my ma rang the GPA. They got a place sorted in Coomera at High for me. And just before I went in, actually, something went off my head to write down a few workouts. I never thought of it, so I just got an A4 sheet and I wrote about 50 workouts on it and I put it in the bag. I never thought that piece of paper had changed my life, basically, you know. And there was a woman in there and she was a grief counsellor, and she said to me, so she sang the meditation on a Wednesday. She sang Caledonia, and I was there. So you'd be sitting in a room with 100 people trying to meditate for half an hour. You can imagine and I'd be like, how am I meant to get this head of mine to even sit still for a second? And she started singing anyway, and I was like this, you know, I was like a bag of cats, basically. And straight after that meditation, she came to me and she said, look, I just want to have a chat with you. So I went down to her office or whatever, her room, and she goes, you're not really getting that now with this place. You're just going through the motions here. And then she said, another thing is, I had a son who was killed by a drink driver. And I say a prayer for him, that man that killed my son, every day, because there's goodness in everyone. And sure, my jaw nearly hit the floor. So I got up and I just went back to the room and I sat in the bed and I just bursted out crying. Probably the first time I'd cried like that in a long time, of just, you know, I think it was shame and embarrassment and, you know, it was probably the first time in a long time I thought about other people and what I had put people through, because to say when you're in addiction, it's not just you that's affected. I think there's 7 other people affected by it. And I took out the sheet of paper and I did one of the workouts in between the 2 beds, and it took me a lot longer than it should have. But I suppose, you know, from that moment, I think that was like, that was a moment that changed my life.